Hold on. I'm sorry. Give me just a moment. There it goes. Lasted longer though. See how fast it comes back up. It's not that bad as far as frame drops go. I'm still testing out my new system that I'm working on. It's clearing up. I'll be right back. Let me go check something real quick. Like I want to see what it's doing real time. I'll be right back. Everything looks really good. I don't understand why it starts out good and it just goes to shit, and then eventually within what's lock. Anyway, it is what it is, I guess. It is faster, I'll say that. As far as like cleaning itself up, it does do it faster than the other one did. The other one took at least a minute or two. This takes just a few seconds. Hopefully, 6 to 8 weeks, maybe 9 weeks, give or take, my new internet will be here, and all of this will be eliminated. And I'll be able to do new stuff.
I have no choice but to do what little I can to defend what little we have. But I would not see any unnecessary blood spilt. We need a plan.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
My shop?
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. Mistakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Let's go do this.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
Ooh, that was close. Ooh, crap. Damn. 2. Yeah, there we go. New enemies. More the merrier, says I. Ooh, what's that one? The heck? Oh no, I didn't know there was. Why did I go that far? Come on. Yeah, let's go.
Too slow. Not good.
Come on. Come on.
It's all ready. Nice try. Too slow.
Lucky that one did. Lucky that one landed as it did.
Nice try.
Right into it.
There's a good boy.
Better than I thought, to be honest with you.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Alamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act. I'll take that as a compliment.
Not bad. Let's go see what we got in the market before we get moving too far.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
It's maybe no more.
Mum funny.
I am going the right way, yeah.
The gentleman of the town guard. Anything I can interest you in?
Nothing there. Nothing there, really. Nothing there.
Fare you well.
I'm going to take just a few minutes here. Let's see. Earth. Breath of lightning. Breath of lightning. Breath of inferno. I was hoping I'd have a inferno. Ooh. There we go. I wonder if you could upgrade any of this stuff. I may have to check that out. That's still locked.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you turn up. Hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So,
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Ah, so there's your...
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
Sorry, inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
I believe she's a little more worried about you, my man. Alright, let's go get all the quests we can get. Hopefully. Alright, looks like the deliveries can be done now, thankfully.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Yeah. It's here. So might as well do it and be done with it.
Seems the hideaway's lost
Oh,
its
that blasted book!
Can you blame?
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Yeah.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Used to say the ingredients even exist anymore.
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
All right. Might as well update it while I'm here.
There's a storm coming, Sid.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chancellor's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Alright. There again. We're going to try to upgrade some different stuff right now.
It seems that
Simply because there's nothing really worth buying. Let's see what we can do. Let me see.
Probably would it be?
Oh, what am I wearing?
Should last you a good while.
Nice, so I can upgrade
No
it.
scratches, right?
Alright,
Anything else?
now that I know that.
What am I gonna do? Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Yeah. We'll do that before we leave. Let's get the other one done.
I heard the Emperor was impaled.
And he was.
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
You'll get us all straight. I'm telling you, I can fix them.
And they broke them.
Sid!
Out of your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Midadol showed us.
Miss Midadol? Why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Midadol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Let's see here.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Midadol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think you'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for?
That would be for the bigger scales.
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Miradol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do...
Wow, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
There's a piece missing.
With Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Miradol's hares.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hares for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are you almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Miradol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You've missed a piece.
Hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Alright. Let's finish this up. And then we'll start cleaning up everything else. I'm not going forward until I get all these quests caught up. I'm pretty close to a level. And we'll talk to the storekeep about her. Her Goot's problem.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
You've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Okay. Damn. That was a lot more than I expected. I didn't figure it would be like 200 or 300. It's amazing how this game can be so greedy at times, and then at other times, stuff you don't think it's going to be very rewarding, it turns out to be. So you don't never know. That's maybe that's the point.
How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are ya? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
Oof.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Whew. Well, she really gave him one for.
I spoke
Guess it
with
could
Lady
be
Karen.
worse.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
Knew that was where this was headed.
I suppose it is.
That's alright. Ain't no big deal. Off limits. Let's leave the hideout and well, I thought I could, but I can't. That's one thing that just kind of, it don't take me off, but it does limit you to what you can do. It doesn't give you total freedom. Maybe after I go there, I can go do other things. We'll see. Let's see how he fights. Cloak and dagger. Now I can do it.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Kandor was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Let's see here. Well, I mean, I could actually,
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Yeah, but
assuming they would allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
I got a feeling there's something back in here. Ooh, what in the world is that? I wonder what level it is. $33. I mean, I should be able to take that. Let's try it. I mean, I have 3 people with me. 2 people and a dog. Crap, right into it. Crap.
Too slow. Let's try.
Too far away. I thought I could reach that though. Come on.
Let's try.
close. Getting close. Yes. And I got a level out of it. That's cool. Let's see what we got back here. Is there anything worth having? Oh, we're going to check that out right now. Oh, yeah. That's nice. And if that can be upgraded, heck, that'd be even better. To be honest, I was expecting to find, like, you know, one of those bounty board bosses back there. Already well on my way to the next one. I don't have a whole lot of potions on me. One thing I haven't seen a whole lot of is legendary stuff, or probably would be yellow. I've seen one. I don't remember what I did with it though.
Surrounded.
Damn. Giving me some good XP right now.
Tell us about Yotei, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Got a quest coming up.
I do. Where are you off to now then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Camber next. But knowing my luck, the old place would be crawling with the works before I'd even set out my stall. As I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint skill, that is. So, where
Not quite sure what I was expecting there. There we go. Whoa.
You're injured.
No. What was your first clue?
Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
And he's dead.
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Cougar.
Rest well, soldier.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna take care of that before.
Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
Let's go. I see a box. Gotta remember that. So there was a lot of hits. Good lord. Kind of expected more than that.
Someone there! Please!
Yeah.
My leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. Heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Not bad.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
That scar. Son of a whore. Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Let's see here. That'll be next. Wait a minute. Talk about moving goalposts. Good gracious.
We're nearly there.
So, if there's 8 of these icons, archons, however you say it. Let me see here. I'm curious about something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, bare minimum, I've got 2 more to go. And I haven't played with this one yet. I may play with this in a minute. It looks interesting, to say the least. And I don't really like the Earth one, the one I got from Kupka.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Does she, though? Well, there's an owl. If she don't cut your heads off. There she is.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace.
She's cute.
It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalist flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloedanites who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
And that's who?
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Who is he supposed to be?
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
Uh-oh. No, he hasn't.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Damn.
Pathetic creatures.
That's gonna be one hell of a battle. When?
That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn.
See that he is made welcome. Yes, Your Majesty. Come, Ethos. Surely the Prince's light cannot have sated you.
That's gonna be one hell of a battle. I can just feel it.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yotei of the lake?
By all means.
Yotei, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Ooh. Did they fall in love? That's cute. He's at least kissed her on the forehead. That's more than them two have done.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
Let's find our friends.
You don't even know him. I have a feeling. Nah, I'm not. I'm not going to jump ahead that far.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Got at least 2 quests here.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you... Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Carava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
Why not?
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
We're not going to prioritize this. No, not yet anyway. I got other stuff I want to do. And considering I have thread pupples with me, I'm almost tempted to go back and take on that one that was way high. I was so close to beating that. Oh.
You there! They're stepping. Finally, no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant graybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help him out. Why not?
Climb the stairs and
memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Alright. Let's go take care of... That's not what I wanted to do. Let's see here. Hold on. Local map. I got 3 here, or at least, not to be, 2. So, like I said, I want to clean this up. As far as quests go, it will, let's see here, hopefully be beneficial to do this because I'll be ahead of the game.
Ghosts at the gates, not days
and maybe make the final fight a little easier. What I mean by easier, quicker. It's gonna take. I am dreading it.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Alright, that's one. That's, exactly. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna go find out.
To the meadows, then.
And kill anything between me and them. See how much it works. You just never can guess how much you're going to get. I wasn't expecting all that. Oh, God. What time is it? I've been going pretty good. Let's check my... Not too bad. I'm thinking about taking the frames per second up a little bit. Simply because of how well this is doing now. I'm sorry. Inside baseball a little bit. But, you know, I mean, this... I'm glad... I mean, this was not a cheap buy. But I'm glad I made it because it seems to be performing a lot better than what it was. Alright, or I'm going by what I've got up here on my screen. I mean, the CPUs is down a little bit, which is good. I might play with the frames per second next week just for the fun of it. Take it to maybe 60 just to see how it performs, just for a test. But like I said, I am happy now that it's installed. It's working correctly. Still have a few bugs to work out. I'm not done for the night. I'm going to take a break for just a moment. Oh boy. Go drink me some energy drink. Get a little more to drink. And I'll be right back. Had to check out a few things here and there. It's mainly curiosity. Like I said, I'm still testing this. But I am very pleased with the results. About $400. That's how much it cost.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Right,
And
blue dragons and
there's
bright
the-
yellow flowers.
There's the wyvern.
Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right, let's get this over with. Nice try. Nice try. Too slow.
Yeah. Oddly rewarding to hit those correctly.
Nice try.
I'm pretty close. I'm just gonna let it go. Got him. See what I'm talking about? You think it's going to
the
give...
wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
There we go. I think we found them. Oh.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Alright, let's... No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, now then. Martha's Rest. Let's see here. There we go. Get this rid of. Ooh. Damn. Ooh. Wow, that's strong.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too.
So...
Don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Goat will want to know the stones were delivered.
Alright.
If he's still with us.
Let's see here. What else we got? CD.
The bandits.
Whoa. Wow. Honey. This I should be able to get to fairly easily. This might prove to be interesting. Cloak and dagger, and then there's that. Wow, there's a lot to do here. Okay. Well, I would be taking Chocobo for that.
Look what they've left us.
Here, I tell you what. There. Give me an easier target to get to.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town guard was
There he is.
Finest sell swords in...
Could be I know something more. What's it worth to you?
Clive, listen! I've found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalimil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goods.
Let's see here. Ooh, ooh. Hate it when I do that.
Finest sell swords.
Fuck.
The gentleman of the town guard was What a mess.
Yeah. Double checking.
Very brave. The safety of the town is in our hands.
Let me see here.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is
mine. It's a trap.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
What was that? Now what?
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwin finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwin wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lump in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. Then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goods. Right now.
He let him live, and he called him a coward.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goods, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her. Or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been.
Damn.
What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
What did he do? What did she do? I want to know.
Goose, you... If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, wise words. And now it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind, but that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goops into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? Best we take the other eye, then we work our way down.
Ooh.
He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get
So
you
she has a glass eye.
You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Roof. Vicious. Alright. I've got to get here somehow. I'm assuming I can go this way. But I don't know that. Let's get out of here. And don't worry, I will be taking the fastest route I know how to take.
Mummy.
You fought very bravely.
Alright, let's see here. There you are. Get up. Right there.
Time to fight.
Not really. Not if I keep going.
This won't be easy.
Oh, not so much for that.
Nice try. Too slow.
Maybe I can't get up there because of this. Ooh. Ooh. What? No, I should have landed that.
Nice try.
Walk right into that one.
Too slow. Nice try.
close. Yeah. Got it. All right, let's see here. Don't really see another way around. Okay, well then how do you get to this? Can't cheese it. Can't cheese that. Can't do that. Maybe right here. I mean, I kind of figured right here would be, I mean, I saw this. But I can't get past it. Yeah. I mean, I don't see the little arrows that where you go up. I just don't. Well, that'd be the only other way I could see getting to it, personally. Well, I've come this far. Might as well try it. Not what I wanted to do. Let me mark it.
Faster.
Get this while I'm on my way. At least I got a potion. That's nice.
Straight home now.
What? Ooh. Wow.
I blade yet hungers, so do I. Come, let us feast on your flesh.
Let's see if I can get him.
Your feasting days are over. Slow.
I don't have nothing to beat this guy with. What? Oh, I paid for that one. Yeah. I mean, I don't see this going well at all. You know what? Ooh, that was close. What? think I'm gonna beat this guy. I should. 38. I want to though. Whew, okay. I wasn't expecting to find this. If I had all my potions, I really wouldn't be worried about it. But I don't have that. There you go. Wait.
Too slow.
This is going to be by the hair of my chin if I get it. Oh, I missed it. I missed it, and yet I didn't pay for it. Did that. Whew. Ooh. Ooh. I'm just lucky at this point. I'm not afraid to admit it. Oh, I'm so close. No. Ooh. I mean, one wrong move at this point, and I'm probably done. Ooh.
Farewell.
Yeah. That's nice.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Holy shoo. Ah, I did not. I mean, damn. I have no I have no potions. I had nothing walking into that. Or maybe I had a potion.
No holding back.
Nice try.
Ooh. Come on.
Nice try.
No. Shit, how did I miss that?
Too slow. Nice try.
We're going close. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I should be getting close to another level at this point. All right. Feel like I'm living on borrowed time at this point. I wish, I sure would love a potion right about now. What even is this? Look at this. Like, this wasn't here just... Wow, there's so much. Okay, whatever. I have a feeling if you go this way, there's a boss that I am not equipped for right at this moment. Nice. Let's go check out the little, this right here. There might be something interesting in here.
This might take a while.
Not bad. Finally got this open. Really? I don't have a potion on me. I don't have anything on me. Only 33. Damn. And there ain't a quick travel anywhere. If I was even full health, like, and I'm not. Oh boy, this is a hard decision. I guess it won't hurt to try him. I'm here.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Wow. That's the most damage I've seen him do yet. Damn, I might actually live through this. Didn't think I would, you know.
Farewell.
Yes. Very, very nice.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Let's see what's at the market first. He's right here.
Welcome, welcome.
You know what?
Anything else?
I'm going to bet that. No.
Of course.
Potion.
A fine choice. Anything else? A fine choice. course. Ah, not bad. Got anything else for me? Ah, not bad.
Play with that later. Right now, let's concentrate on what I'm doing.
Cyril, how fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed. I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
It's a Canva then.
We'll talk about this later.
Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
Ooh.
Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I'd hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Ooh, that was nice. Alright, where's the other one at? Let's see. know what? Since I'm here, journal. Okay. Let's get started with this one.
Careful how you pack that leather.
How are those new boots treating you?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was?
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder? Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Oh boy.
Voyages of the Ashen Ocean.
Seafarers here?
I'm growing. Wonders of the core.
No doubt you're right. This is
Shield?
Sun.
I could have sworn it was some... Shield, that's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples. The final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings. 1 for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Okay, let's not far from calling it a night, simply because I'm tired, and I want to get as far in this as I can at this point.
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Damn.
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force. A force of nature even. A maelstrom of flavor and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
That's one.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You made me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Not bad. Not bad at all. One more. And we are going to call it a night.
Did you see that? Tell me just.
Good. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Fine. Fine, I'll do it. You know what? Whew. I don't have nothing left in me. Oh. God. Ooh. All in all, tonight has been a really good night, and my new setup is doing rather well, and I hope it will continue to do well. That being said, all I have